Hey, WheelSnipeSelly here. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. You can see we had pretty much a big expansion out of this consolidation range today. So let's look at the weekly real quick. So weekly, we just traded down into the weekly fair value gap. We had two sell side targets that were hit today. We had Thursday the 13th, and then basically the Thursday, April 6th. So we traded down into this. I think we will still continue to fill in this weekly fair value gap. So looking at the 1 hour right here, so we were kind of waiting for this movement for a while. So a lot of consolidation, and then we finally got some movement today down lower. I kind of just watch, so that's the 1 hour. Let's just make this bigger. So here's the 5 minute. We filled in and went past this weekly volume imbalance, and there were a couple setups today, but I was basically waiting for the end of the day. That was my trade idea, so I kind of let this all go. There weren't really any good entries. I mean, you could have done OTEs, but looking at this last hour of price action, this is mainly where I was planning to operate today. Let's just go down to the 1 minute. So once we kind of went down and punched through this 41.10, I just kind of watched. I noted we had buy side here. This is right around 130, and we just kind of consolidated towards the end here. So right here, I started watching right around 3. So 3 to 4 was where I was looking to make a scalp today. So I noticed that we took buy side here at right around like 15.22, and then let's go down to a 30 second, because I was initially operating on a 30 second, and then I went down to a 15. So we had a SMT with NASDAQ. This could have been an aggressive entry here, but we didn't break a swing low, so I didn't enter here. Just I was watching here. This was my break in market structure. I entered on this fair value gap here. I had my stop above this high, and then once we had this first movement down here, I basically choked my stop just because I didn't. I was planning for this to come down here, but I actually moved my stop down too far. I thought I moved it right at the top of this candle that made the fair value gap. So this was an error on my part, kind of in the moment. So that was an error that I made. I ended up getting stopped out for like $67, just because I had it at the top of this candle. Was supposed to put it here, and then that would have delivered my 4 handles, and I would have been done for the day. But that didn't happen. So this delivered down to the sell side, this weekly fair value gap here, and then my idea was I was looking for this to retrace back up into the candle. So let me pull the daily back up. So this was all the way down here, and I was anticipating a retracement back up to the candle like it did. So I tried to do a turtle soup. I just kind of bought, once it punched down here, I kind of bought right at this 40.96 and was stopped out. You can see that we took out this low here. And then I was waiting for, so once we cleared this sell side, my idea was to go up and take out buy side, as it usually does, towards the end of the day. So I tried to do an entry here. That didn't work. I waited for this break in structure here, and I ended up buying in this volume imbalance here. And I had a 5 handle stop loss. Even if I would have kept it at 5 handles, I think I would have been stopped out. But and then I basically watched this move. This was the move that I was anticipating. This is like two trading days in a row where I've just barely missed this. So I think I have a good idea now. Like, I could clearly see this price moving. Like right here, once this candle started trading, I knew it was going to deliver up here. I didn't re-enter. I actually thought about entering here. You can see I'll show in the actual recording, but I just decided not to because my initial goal was to try and take out this buy side here. And then it actually ended up coming up and taking out this high at 1522. So yeah, just kind of thinking back on it, like I was watching this trade up. I was gonna put a buy limit right here, but I just said I was done for the day. I had my losses and was just gonna wait for the next opportunity. But I think kind of watching this, trying to trade in this once we watch that replay, like, I mean, it's just so clear that like it was quickly going to reprice up to this buy side. So yeah, so let's go into the actual trade review, and I'll kind of show you the executions. All right, so here we are. We're right at 315. Just kind of noting buy sides here. We have a 1 hour fair value gap. So I'm basically looking for this to trade into this hourly fair value gap and then reject lower and then take out the sell side at 40.96. So you can see I'm framing a short here. And I'm kind of flipping in between this 30-second and the 1 minute. So we finally have our displacement and our market structure shift, and I have my sell limit on this fair value gap right here on the 30-second and the 1 minute. So we're tagged in, and we're gonna let so we're getting some retracement up. So that would have been a better entry right at like the mean threshold. So you can see here, I actually put my stop down a little bit too low. It should have been at the top of that candle, right around 4103.50. So then I just I was waiting for this to deliver to the sell side. I didn't really want to, so you can see I marked that red line. That's where I should have had my stop. So I basically choked myself out of this trade. And that green line was that 4-handle profit target. So at this point, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to go long. So I'm waiting for the sell side to be taken at 40.96.50, and then I'm looking to go long back up to take out buy side. You can see on the left on that daily. So that candle you saw from the daily review, it basically retraced up to around 41.10. So that's kind of what I was looking for. This was an early entry. I normally don't try to do these type of trades, but I wanted to give it a shot here just because I didn't think it was going to stay down here for long. And you can see I moved my stop up to 3.75 handle. So just trying to reduce some of the risk. I didn't want to have a full 5-handle stop loss on this, but you can see it went through that rejection block and then tagged me out. So it took sell side again, and then you can see I'm considering that order block right there, the break in market structure, that shift. So I have entered there. My stop is below that swing low. So I end up moving this up. We had some movement. Again, I am reducing the risk here, even though I am going to get stopped out. And then this kind of chops around. So we're going to keep an eye on the time. Once it hits 4 o'clock, this thing's going to rip. So keep an eye on it. It should be coming up shortly. So in the next second or so. So here we go. We're going to get the movement right here. So we take down that low, and then we start to get the movement. So we went ahead. That's another break in market structure. I'm noting that fair value gap, and I was going to enter there. I just didn't. I just kind of let that go. But that was basically my trade idea for those two failed trades. So it's kind of frustrating, but I was on the right side of both of these moves. I just think I had some entry errors and some things I need to work through. But let's go into the account review. All right, here we are at the dashboard. We're currently sitting at 563 and 28 cents out of the 3,000, minus 463.74 for the day. And here is our entry for the 3 trades. Let's go to the trade log. So we're looking at these 3 entries here. So this was the entry short. Like I said, I choked that stop at 0.75 handles, and this would have been our 4 handle done for the day. But then we entered in 2 longs here, minus 192 and then minus 204. They both were pretty quick trades. Let's go over to the calendar. So minus 463.74. And we got our first screenshot here. So this is the short that I took. Like I said, my stop should have been right above this candle here, and that would have delivered our 4 handles. Then we have our first entry, trying to do a turtle type soup entry, just shorting after we took that sell side. And then here's the second trade where I tried to use this as a market structure shift, entering in right here at this volume imbalance. And then we were stopped out, basically. I moved my stop up to right below the swing low. Yeah, so that's for today. Tomorrow we have some news at 8:30. And yeah, and we got some news later on in the week, Thursday and Friday. So we'll kind of see how it goes, and we will check back in if we take another trade. Thanks for watching.